Hi, this is Wu Jang. Welcome to my channel. This weekend I came out to a nearby campground for a quick one-night trip. In my last video, I drove all the way from my house to here completely on FSD. It handled everything smoothly, even the unpaved roads, without any special intervention. If you're curious about that FSD video, I'll put a link for you up above. After arriving, I stopped by the office to check in, and since it was our first time here, we got a quick rundown of the place. The spot we booked is group camping spot number 2, which can also be used as an RV site. The Mulberry Gap campground is incredibly popular with mountain bikers, and they say it's because there are so many great biking trails in this area. If you go to the campground shop, you can find some bike accessories and souvenirs. Let's hop in and head to our camping spot. Since this spot can also be used for RVs, it's really big. Being surrounded by trees, it has a great vibe and feels very private. First, I parked the truck and took a quick look around to see what was nearby. The restrooms were just a 2 to 3 minute walk away, and there was a small pond right next to us. And with a creek flowing nearby, it looked like a great spot for kids to dip their feet in and play. We didn't even have a chance to eat breakfast before we left, so we decided to start by making an early dinner. The Cybertruck has both 110 volts and 220 volts power outlets in the bed, so I've been gradually switching my camping gear over to electric. That's why this time, instead of a gas grill, I brought an electric air fryer to cook today. I could plug it directly into the Cybertruck, but there happens to be a power plug right next to our table. To save the Cybertruck's battery, I'll use the power here instead. I kept the meat and other food in this powered cooler. I had it plugged into the Cybertruck's outlet in the bed, so it kept everything cool the whole way here. This is Iseco APL20, which is the perfect size for 2 people, and I bought it because I really like the design and efficiency. I'll leave links to all the products I used in this video down in the description below. First, I'll preheat the air fryer and start with the beef. This is the Ninja wood fire. You can add wood pellets on the right side to infuse a smoky flavor, and it has so many functions that make it easy to grill meat or fish. This time I'm just going to grill normally, and you can cook without any issues, even on a windy day. With some sauce we made at home and perilla leaves from our backyard, we kicked off a delicious first round of food. While we were eating the beef, I put a pork assortment into the air fryer and topped it with some rosemary to add a little fragrance. It tastes absolutely amazing when you eat outdoors like this. I went ahead and threw in some sweet potatoes to the air fryer. Right in the middle of our meal, it unexpectedly started to rain. I immediately rolled out the side awning, moved the table and air fryer underneath, and we got right back to eating. This awning is 5 feet long, which is just enough for a table and 2 adults. But since I recently upgraded to a longer Mars Adventure Gear Expedition roof rack system, I'm thinking it would be even better to upgrade to a 7-foot awning to match the length. The roasted sweet potatoes seemed ready, so we enjoyed them with a glass of wine and just relaxed for a bit. Now that the rain has stopped, it's time to set up the rooftop tent. The one I use is the iComfort X Cover 3.0. It's spacious enough for 3 adults, and the roomy interior makes it really comfortable for camping. The only downside is that it's a bit thick when folded, which creates some air resistance and reduces battery efficiency at high speeds. It also makes the truck taller, so there have been a few parking garages I couldn't enter. I plan on trying out a different rooftop tent to improve on this, so be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss it. Once you unfold the tent, the setup is halfway done. Then you just pop the window poles in from the inside and the setup is complete. I couldn't install the pole on one side because of the awning, so I decided to just leave it for now. The ground at a campsite might not be perfectly flat, but when you activate the Cybertruck's tent mode, the air suspension automatically levels the truck. You can do this from the Tesla screen, but it's also available on the mobile app. We heard there was a walking trail, so we decided to go check it out before it got too dark. On the way, we met a new dog friend and had a blast running around before heading onto the trail. The atmosphere felt even deeper after the rain, and the mix of grassy and woody smells was so healing. When we got back to the campsite, we thought about starting a campfire, but the wood was too wet and wouldn't catch fire. So instead, we just watched some Netflix in the tent before falling asleep. I woke up once or twice, but it wasn't hot or humid, so I slept pretty comfortably. This campground has a cafeteria where you can buy breakfast, so we didn't bring anything. But it turned out they were closed for the week, so we decided to just pack up quickly and eat at home. We didn't bring a lot of stuff, and the rooftop tent is easy to pack up, which is a big advantage because it doesn't take much time. Especially on a day like this when it rained, packing up a regular tent on wet ground would have been a bit messy. With this, all you have to do is fold it up, which is so convenient. It was another short camping trip, but it was great to heal and relax in the forest. I'm already planning my next camping trip, so if you don't want to miss that video, please like and subscribe. See ya!